But this week on Wisdom Saves, or last week, I don't remember, whatever it was, y'all went back through the tunnels, spotted out some more kuo-toa here and there, narrowly avoided Arandur getting diseased in a pit trap that Rydel just kind of hopped over easily.
Yeah.
The pit trap's somewhere up here, right?
Yep. And that's again
Somewhere in the Black Abyss.
It's recovered just so because like your immediate area of where you guys were last. Because remember you've taken an hour now, so.
Who knows what's back there?
But then you found another whip riding a giant lizard who like was skittering across the wall and shit. That you guys ended up killing and basically dropping the wizard on top of the whip, which was cool.
Yeah.
Then you went into the quote unquote big room. Saw an archpriest doing something in front of a statue. They, I think you guys got one round of attacks off, or they noticed you, something similar to that. I'm not certain.
I don't know. I ran up.
Yeah.
One of the kuo-toa pulled a lever and sealed in the room, and it turned into an underwater fight for a little while. And then the big man came up of a monstrosity that you guys kind of understand pieces of it. Part shark, part dragon, part octopus, and snake or something. And it ate the archpriest.
It's called a riptide chimera. A whiptide chimera, yeah, sure.
Yeah, I put it on.
Wait.
I put it on my Instagram thing today. Actually, the actual stat block.
Jesus.
Yeah, but it ate the archpriest in front of you, ripping it out of Juan's crocodile mouth. And then you guys had to take that shit on. And two of you almost fully died. Leo finally got the final kill. Barely hanging alive himself. And you guys able to get everybody back up. Took a short rest to gather yourselves after such an encounter. And using the frog shape. So, Juan, remember you have one B shape gone right now.
Yep. I'm very aware.
You guys were able to, with Arandur's help, get all the gold and treasure pieces that you guys found that were in the little pond back here up to your guys' and up to yourselves and sort them out a little bit amongst yourselves before we got to now. Yeah. So, what are you doing?
Well, I imagine we're probably getting the fuck out of here.
About that.
What?
Well, we have to make sure that it's clear.
Unfortunately.
Rydel is going to head over to...
Are we going down?
Is there a pincer staff around here?
What are you talking about? What did you say? I didn't hear what you said.
Is there a pincer staff
The last one you saw was over by the wizard.
This guy?
Yeah.
Alright.
That would have been the last one you guys saw.
Okay. I mean, is there one? I'm pretty sure we put one in the bag.
I've not been keeping track of what you have harvested or not, so if you have it, you have it. If not, you don't.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure we have at least one.
Alright.
I'm gonna, let me write that. If you want to go back and just for in-game stuff, saying we got the staff, we can go back and get the staff.
I will grab the staff.
Alright, let's do that.
Because Rydel wants something that seems like it could work underwater. And their staff seemed very interesting. He's going to grab it.
Okay.
The pincer staff, right?
Yep, and David and I talked about it. It's basically, you one of two ways. It's either a glaive with a D6, and then the DC to grapple, or it's like a spear with reach, with the DC to grapple. There's no way to actually put it on D&D Beyond for some reason, so...
It is essentially, it is a two-handed D6 damage dice item, and when I hit something, they are grappled.
Yep.
Okay, I mean, that's...
But it's only usable two-handed.
Yep.
That actually sucks.
Well, yep. Well, that's what the kuo-toa whips use.
Alright then, do we want to check down here? Or do we want to keep, now that we're in this room, check down here?
It seems, based on
might-
the layout,
might go to
that
the
they
same
might
place.
meet to the same place. Yes.
Oh.
Let's go down. Let's go down this one that's in the room. We might as well.
Okay.
Okay. Easily
I
enough. They
Marching order, same.
Yeah.
Usual. Yeah.
The tunnels are still big enough for you guys to get through. You see a little bit of like the similar type slime that was on the shields, kind of like on pieces of the wall.
Huh.
But you guys come to.
Actually, can I notice anything like walking back? Anything different in this room?
Make a perception check.
No.
It doesn't seem like there's much difference.
Okay.
And you get to, with enough investigation stuff, you'd be able to get to this little fork before going forward and be able to see that. Oops, fucking my mouse not working. They do end up going together.
Oh.
Okay.
It is kind of a
does it-
tight squeeze down this other side, going deeper.
I
Okay.
used to have a potion that I'd taken a while ago, but will still have the bottle. Can I collect some of the slime?
I would say sure. Make a survival check to see like how much you can actually like scrape off well
Okay.
without like getting it really soaked in dirt and
12.
stuff. I mean, it wasn't hard. It's just on the walls. You get what you feel confident as a potion, you could say, of it. It's not really a liquid. It's just kind of like it's like trying to put honey back into a jar.
Okay.
That's not fun.
Yeah, it's kind of it's one of those things.
Okay. No worries. Cool. Thank you.
But it is kind of a tight squeeze to get back in this little area.
Could I shine the light through there, see
Yeah.
see what's going on?
Yep. And as you shine the light, you see just a small little emptier room. There looks like remnants of a couple little sleeping areas, but there's nothing else here.
It seems that this room is empty. Should we just turn around?
Unless you want to scrape through the corners, then.
No, there's one last little area I think that we need to check at this point.
Yeah, I agree with you. Right, back we go.
Sure.
Okay.
Wherever.
You guys going down this side now?
Yep.
Oh,
Just
oh,
do a
okay.
check.
Is that what you're doing, or
Sure
what?
not.
What are we doing?
Sure. Yeah.
Right
I
over.
don't know which way we came from, so
We
You
came
from this one up here, this top one.
I have the
Yeah.
memory of a goldfish.
You came from this top one.
Yeah.
And you could have said we came from this way, from like down here, and I would have believed you.
No, I know. But
Oh, yeah,
shining.
Check it out.
Are you just shining your light, or are you actually creeping down there?
I will point my light on, unless it like narrows, and then I'll drop it to hooded.
Okay. You see it open up as you guys get deeper.
Okay. Do I
Does it
hear
na-
any noises coming from
Make
it?
a perception check.
And does it narrow?
Does it?
No, it's still like big enough for you guys to
Walkable.
walk.
Okay. Okay.
Perception is 6, so that is a solid 8.
It seems pretty quiet.
Oh,
Alright.
man. Our rolls are solid tonight, gentlemen.
Yeah. So
That's right. They
yeah,
can only
I
get
won't-
better. Like,
I won't
definitely
drop.
get
I
worse.
won't drop the hooded since I don't hear anything, and I
Okay.
will continue on.
Yeah, just keep going.
As you guys get to, I'm gonna move you. Get to about
Anywhere.
here.
Okay.
That's where your front of the line is.
Right where it opens up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You see
2 chimeras.
one of the whips on its side, kind of clutching its staff, and you now that you're closer, you start to hear just this slow breathing in and out.
I will
Hood.
drop it to the hood as soon as I hear noises.
It luckily does not seem to move from the light that you shine kind of in it to see it.
Okay.
And there are these stalagmite things. I should have said this last time. I realized now these are basically 5x5, but just in like a
Yeah.
cone. So they're not
How-
all the way
how-
up to. They're not all the way up to the ceilings.
So how tall are they? Like 10 feet tall, 5 feet tall?
5 feet.
And they come to a point, or do
Like
they,
yeah,
plateau?
cone. 5-foot cone.
Okay.
Unless they're like cut off, at the top. Like nothing
Yeah,
of like step stool
Ba-
able.
Basically,
So, like, yeah. Yeah, so like a stalactite.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
All right, then I'll drop it to hood.
Okay.
I'll put it I'll put it on my bag and pull out the staff.
Okay. Are you going to move forward?
Creep forward,
Make me a stealth check.
hugging this
As well as
wall.
anyone else who's actually walking forward.
Same. I'll do it.
Gale is
I'm gonna
19.
stay in the mouth bit
19?
outside.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna just
Okay.
hug along the wall.
Which wall?
Sure.
This one?
My left. So
Oh, gotcha.
that way I
Yeah,
want to see
I'll-
I want to see what else is in the room. 'Cause I
Okay.
I'll
saw-
go right.
It-
If he goes left, I'll go right.
It does not seem to wake from you guys walking in.
Okay.
You hear, as you're kind of hugging the wall, Rydel, you're kind of moving towards this other stalactite still, or
Yeah.
stalagmite still.
Yeah, I'm moving towards.
You hear similar breathing, just a second set of it.
Hmm.
And there's another one asleep, clutching a similar spear. Or similar staff.
I give him a look and tighten my quarterstaff.
Rydel's kind of looking back, waiting for a signal. Doesn't know.
I start moving.
Okay.
All right. As soon as he sees Leo move in range to it, he's gonna run at the other one.
All right.
Okay.
Yes, we go.
Each of you make an attack, whatever you're doing for an attack.
Yeah,
I'm
gonna
hitting
use
with my
these.
staff.
Yeah. It's advantage, right? Because
They are prone,
yeah, and asleep.
so do one first. So 16, that hits.
Okay.
Oh,
Is not a critical,
that's-
right?
I don't believe so, because they're just asleep.
question.
Yes.
Spears use my monk die.
It is not.
Do
You're
I-
not proficient with it because it's not a monk weapon. It's too.
I'm
It'd
not
save the
proficient
reach.
with it.
Or no. Okay, I said that wrong. It does not
I am
use your.
proficient.
It does not
It's
use your
not
monk
used-
die.
I have to use my strength.
Yes,
That would be +4.
because
not
spears use your strength anyway.
Okay, so that's 22 to hit.
Okay, so both of you hit.
I'm gonna roll first for damage. Max damage.
Nice.
6 plus.
Shroom, you do get a shot on one of them, whichever one you choose.
Sweet. I'll just go for this one then.
Okay.
All right, that's 4 damage, and he's kind of grappled to the pinned to the ground.
Yep. Automatically fails.
And do I get my second attack on him?
Pretty much. You can. Your second attacks because they're unarmed. You could say they're kicks and stuff. So.
Right, yeah. But I'm just saying, like, is it a full round that we get?
Surprise round, I believe, is a full round.
Okay.
He's
So-
prone, isn't he?
Yeah, he's prone.
Yes.
They're both
I'm
prone.
dis-
They're both
I'm
still prone.
disadvantage.
So I'm gonna roll this guy with advantage. Well,
Do that for prone.
Jesus.
12 still hits.
sick meme. That is a D4 plus 4, so that's 6 damage.
Okay.
Total of 12 damage. Right? No. Total of 10 damage.
Total of 10. Okay.
Yeah, 4 from the spear and.
Shroom, what are you doing?
Let's see.
I'm just gonna shoot him.
Okay.
It's disadvantage because he's prone.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. So 19 and 17.
That hits. And because he's like prone to the ground and grappled, he really can't even get up.
Yeah.
Because you have to
And
use
that's
movement to
max
get
His
up.
speed
Jesus
is
Christ.
yeah, his
Fuck.
speed is 0, and he's prone, so he can't get up.
And
So-
nice damage too. Okay, so
22
now
damage.
actual initiative as they are awake now.
Okay, let's do it.
16.
10.
21.
Okay, so Shroom's first.
Sounds about right.
David.
Cool. Let's do that again.
What'd you say yours won? 10?
10. Yes.
Okay. So Shroom, you are up and doing the same one?
I got a 23 and a 28.
23 hits.
That was a natural 20. Damn.
That's
Oh, well.
unfortunate.
Unlucky.
Yeah, I fully suspect.
Yeah,
it.
it's just because he's the one it's stuck prone. He can't do anything
Yeah.
about it.
And that's 8 more points of damage.
Gotcha. He's not looking too good.
Oh, the other one's not even
Not even
in
close.
5 meters. That's really unfortunate. I will.
He's also now within 5 feet, not even 5 meters.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, let's.
Oh wait, I need to change music too, because now we're in actual combat.
Let's put away the bow and take out one of the swords.
Okay.
And what's the? I'll back up a wee bit.
All right, David.
Bottleneck the place.
You have him grappled with your staff, and you can't use the pincer staff on another target, is what it says. So you can just
I can't use it, period. I can't attack with it when it's grappling somebody.
Yeah, I would say it just says the normal item just says you can't use it. Use its pincer staff on another target.
I think, whatever.
Because it's like I'm thinking it's kind of the similar how Juan could just like re-up his bite. Because when he was grappling, because he could just bite down harder.
Maybe, but I'm still gonna just kick it twice
That's
while
fine.
holding it down with the spear.
That's fine. I just was trying to figure that out for you.
So the first one's 22.
Yes. I was like, wait, that's disadvantage, but no, it's not. You guys having
7 damage.
advantage and disadvantage is really tricking me.
Yeah,
So that's 7.
Yep.
That's 7.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna kick him again.
Okay.
18 again.
Oh, that's as long as this thing is.
Yeah, some of them are really short, and that's 6 damage.
Okay. He's still looking pretty rough.
Okay. And I'm just gonna keep him pinned there.
Next up is the one that Juan was fighting. He's going to use half his movement to get up from being prone, as nothing was stopping him. And he is going to use his first attack to bite you.
Sure.
That is an 11, and...
Nope.
Wait, no, 11 plus 4 is 15.
Damn, that...
'Cause yeah, I rolled an 11. That hits?
Yeah, that hits. That is my AC, yeah.
Gotta find... Fucking D4s, get out of here. Oh, you're lucky. Only 6 points of piercing damage.
Only 6 points?
Yep.
No, only 6.
And for his... I think it's a bonus action? Is this a bonus action or not? It is a bonus action. For his bonus action, he's going to cast a spell you guys have seen a couple times now.
The Shield of Faith.
On himself.
Not Bane.
Not Bane.
I mean, it could be. Go for it. I mean, you're the DM.
He's concentrating, and he's got that. So I'm gonna change songs. This was a really kind of. Here we go. I only have like 2 combat songs I picked, and that one's just really short.
Yep.
Okay. So, Juan, you were up.
Hi. I'm gonna hit him again with my staff.
Okay.
16.
That hits.
Another 10.
Damn.
Jesus.
Fucking
Boom.
Leo's just slapping him side to side with his staff here.
Jesus.
Next is the... Or, you can finish your turn, Juan.
That literally is all I can do. I'm out of spells and everything.
Okay.
In my mind, while Leo is doing this, like this big old Firbolg just smacking this thing upside the head with the staff, he's just like gently chortling to himself as he does it.
Because...
Just like hitting around, just going, oh, 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 oh. Bit of a belly laugh. There you go.
Okay. This guy is going to use his action to Sacred Flame. I need David to make a dex save.
Okay. Where's Dex? There it is. 19.
Well, you fucked that one there, you did. And he's going to use his bonus action to Shield of Faith himself again.
Okay.
Lots of shields. Lots of shields.
Okay. Since he can't move or do anything else. He's literally like, ah, fuck.
He's literally pinned.
Okay.
Got me with my pants down.
Top of the round is Shroom. Arandur,
okay,
you are up.
Should be able to make it. Can I make it to this one? I've got 35 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should. You should be able to, you can fit around the stalactite. or go
Yeah.
through, or go like in between Arandur and this stalactite,
Yeah.
or whatever
Alright,
it is.
taking out the second sword as I go. This guy is getting the brunt of it.
Oh, that's...
So
yeah,
both
yeah,
your
yeah.
attacks are with advantage
Oh, sweet.
because
yeah,
it's
no.
melee now instead of disadvantage.
Yeah. Okay, so short sword. So we've got natural 20.
Not bad, yeah. Roll damage for this one first, just so we don't get all confused. It might kill him too. I don't know.
So it's 2d6 plus 4.
2d6 plus
Correct. Yep.
13.
4. And with an executioner slash across the face.
Mm-hmm.
Just give him that red smile.
Nice.
Yeah, like just one shot. Rydel, you just see Arandur kind of like dash to it and just slice it dead.
Well, that's my movement action. I don't really have any bonus actions left, so I will just I will.
You still have 20 feet of movement, my dude.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you came from
Can I-
here, and you had 5 feet and 10 feet.
Can I get to this guy?
5, 15, 20? Yeah.
Yeah, you can get there.
Because you have
Okay,
because you
second
have 35, you can just get there
Nice. All right, second attack. This time it's without the. Is
without
he on the
advantage. It just no, he stood up.
floor? Okay. That's cool. D20 plus 6. 25.
Oh yes,
That's gonna hit.
So this is without my +4, isn't it?
yes, because it's your offhand,
Yeah, it's my
so
offhand.
it's just a straight d6.
That's still 3.
Yep, still fine. Got a good chunk into him.
Concentration.
Yes, he just made that.
Yeah, fair enough.
Alright.
Cool. That's me. I
Do your
think that's
things.
me
Yep.
done. Hold breaker can't be the same one, so.
And that's by
cool.
archery only too. So
That is me sorted.
okay, David, you are up.
All right. Right. I'm going to, seeing as the guy is now currently dead, I'm gonna let go of the spear for now and run at the other guy. And I could step into an allied square to attack as long as I step out before I end my turn.
Sure.
Believe that's the case.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that's the case. It's your call.
Um,
And I.
I'll
Can I
say
get
no
one
for
for
now.
that?
We'll look it up after, but I'll say no for now because it's such a
Then-
just because it's such a tight space.
I will not be resisting if you want to push me out of the way.
I mean, that would be my action to push anyway. Is there anything else in this room, or is it just rocks?
For what you can tell, it's just rocks. It seems like another cave in.
All right, then I guess I'll use my action to pull out the spear from this fucking corpse and just like fucking chill, take the
Just
dodge action.
make me a strength check.
Okay.
I just want to see.
So D20 plus 2, 17.
Yeah, easily enough, you're able to scrape it from the. You tear kind of a bit of his skin off, but you don't really care that much.
I mean, I was just gonna stick my foot against him and just pull it out.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The stuff holding him down ripped on him.
All right. Well, then I'm just gonna stand over here, I guess, and take the dodge action.
Gotcha. So, for this dude, he's gonna look at himself and be kind of like, fuck. And he is going to attempt to bite Leo again, as that seemed to work the first time.
Yep.
That is an 11 total this time.
No, sir.
And he's going to make a second attack with his pincer staff that he has against the one who ran up to him, being Arandur.
Uh-huh.
That is a natural 1. Fuck.
Not even close.
Just whiffs wildly. Juan, you are up. Or Leo's turn.
Smack. I don't think that hit.
No, that does not. Not through the Shield of Faith or his normal.
Ugh. Okay, I'm just gonna be a stalwart shield then. Just
Okay.
gonna keep him pinned there. That's fine.
Top of the round, Arandur.
Yep. Swords, 2 of them hit. That is an 11.
The first one does not hit. It seems to bounce off this kind of like aura that he's put around himself.
Cool. Offhand, 21.
That one does.
For 5 points of damage.
Jesus. Both times I've rolled 1 over what the DC is for him to fucking maintain.
Just
That's-
rolls 10.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
What was that? 5? Yeah.
Yeah, that's all.
He's looking pretty rough. He's looking rough. He's not like on death's door yet, but he's starting to feel it.
Do you know what? I'll.
No,
risk it
we're
back.
fine.
I wanna give
No,
my
you're good.
direction.
You're good.
I'll
You're good.
back. Huh?
You're good. You're good. You're good. I got a
Okay,
new
cool.
plan.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay. You're not gonna move or anything?
New.
Okay. David. It is
All right.
Rydel's turn.
I'm gonna walk here and I'm gonna stab him with the spear.
Yep.
Nice.
His reach.
He has a 10-foot reach.
Nope, I'm not.
It just kind of he like notices his own spear coming at him. He's like, "What the fuck? No, I know what that does."
Okay.
All right.
This one whip is just taking out on you guys.
Listen, it's every time, whether it be rat, whether it be skeleton, there's always one low-level thing.
All right. Then I guess that's my turn.
Okay.
This guy's gonna
Juan.
do like 2 damage.
Juan.
No, it's the whip.
Oh, it is correct. I skipped him by accident.
Ugh. Should have just let it happen.
He's gonna do the same 2 attacks. Still on first bite attack on Leo. Being a 9.
Nope.
Pincer attack on Arandur.
Uh-huh.
Ooh. 12?
Nope.
Fuck.
I'm glad you got excited.
Well, I switched dice. I was like, this was just being shit right now.
Alright.
He's excited to see any of the attack rolls from that creature be into double figures.
Yeah.
I'm gonna swing again with my quarterstaff. Oh,
Jesus.
here we go again.
We can't hit a fucking broadside of a bar on anyone right now.
Really need to put this thing down, guys.
Okay.
Here we go again.
Yeah. You're just bounces off this shield that he has.
Yeah, we should try threatening it. Seppuku. That might work out better.
Are you moving, Leo?
Nope, it's just staying right there.
No?
Make sure he doesn't have an escape route. Yeah.
Okay. Arandur, top of round again.
Okay,
That's
so
been like 3 rounds way too far.
natural
There we
20.
go.
There we go.
All right, he's
Okay.
dead.
Please.
So 2d6 plus your dex.
Uh-huh.
Jesus Christ, he could live this hit. God help
That
me.
is 14.
Okay. He does live this hit.
Oh my god.
He can go fuck himself. All right?
He wasn't as hurt as the other
I
one
know.
was. Like, he's now like
I'm well aware of
hurting.
that fact.
Okay, right, second attack.
Wait, I gotta roll.
23.
I gotta be what, 14 for this concentration, right?
Yeah,
You have to be
Yeah,
no, you have to be 10.
10. It's half.
Okay.
That's
Well,
right.
he nat one it, so fucking
Yay.
Second attack, 23 to hit.
yes.
And 1 more point, so 15 in total.
Yeah. That one didn't really do much difference between the other ones, but yeah.
No, offhand hits are no fun.
Yeah. It's a fighting style to get them to start adding dex.
Yeah, I know. Okay, sure. Rydel, bring it home,
Please.
please.
Oh god. Okay. Then I guess I will attack him with
Okay.
this pincer staff for 16.
That hits.
Lovely. I get to do a d6 plus 2, 8 damage.
Okay. He's hanging on by a thread, just like
Oh my
he's like
God.
blood
Okay.
gushing out his mouth, but he's like
Okay.
trying to move now,
Now,
as he's
I have a
grappled.
question.
Yes.
As a bonus action, since I have an attack, can I walk since he's grappled and drag him into the stalagmite?
I'll say no, because you don't have like, it's no momentum on it to really do any damage. You're just kind of stuck with him there.
Alright.
Like he actually cannot be moved anywhere, so you can't. Moving him doesn't work.
Okay.
Are you doing anything else?
I mean, I can't do anything else. So.
Okay. He's going to use his action to try to break the grapple,
Okay.
which he has advantage on.
Okay.
That is a... Ooh, what's the thing for breaking grapples?
14.
No,
That's
what's
athletics
the...
or acrobatics?
Athletics?
Or acrobatics.
He rolled a 14. I rolled a 12 plus 2, so yeah, 14. So, he slips out of his own making. He understands what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And since that's really his action, is this a bonus action spell? I don't think so.
Bane,
What?
you mean?
It is
No.
not. Okay. So, he's going to cast Shield of Faith on himself again.
Mother of Christ. Let me kill it.
Okay. 1.
I hit it.
You did.
Max damage.
How do you want to do this one?
Basically, I just baseball batted against that rock pile.
Whew. And you see, as you hit him against the rocks, you see that some of the rocks do move, but it is a pretty solid, like, behind it of rubble. It's not so much, like, able to be moved behind it.
Was really hoping that we can work on that wall, but it seems caved in. Okay.
That's alright.
Rydel, I feel like in a past life, this thing just feels like a common chore to kill the last thing. Not funny?
Right.
Not funny. Cool. Alright, I guess we go?
Yeah, I think we're pretty much
Let's
done
do-
here. Let's
Yeah.
get the rest of this place cleaned out and let's just get out of here.
Yeah,
I agree. I'm gonna find some way to put the staff on my backpack. And...
Yeah. It's not too hard. It's a little bit awkward to get used to, but
Mhm.
it's able to be carried. As you guys, I assume you're going to go all the way up to this fork before deciding what direction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get up there this way, both ways are crawling again. You know you came from this upper one.
Oh.
Alright, we gonna clear
That-
out the other one then?
That
Yes.
looks like we have
Well,
to.
the way we came from had the ledge, and it seemed like it wrapped back around.
True. Let's go this way. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll crawl.
Okay.
I'll keep it hooded.
You are crawling.
crawling.
I need you to make a perception check.
Sure. Anything for you, baby. 13.
Okay. As you're crawling along, you guys get to the mouth
Mhm.
of this area.
Okay.
And as you do, Rydel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, stop doing this thing. As you do, you just like you feel yourself about to pull a tripwire and you stop before it actually pulls.
Okay.
Are you going to actually activate it to see what it was, or are you going to just try to skip over it?
Can I examine it? Do I see is it
Make an
going into
investigation
anything?
check.
Sure. Where's investigation? Oh, God. 13.
What you can tell is it seems to go like into the area, and it kind of disappears into the ground.
I warn the rest of the party. There seems to be a warning system or trap of some sort. Be
Good to
careful.
know. Good to know.
And I'll maneuver my way over it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. As you go to touch the ground on the other side of it, you feel it start to give way a little bit.
Oh, the ground itself is giving
The
way?
ground on the
Okay,
other
so-
side of the tripwire.
Are we crawling right now?
Yes.
Or like crouching?
Crawling. Like you put your hand down, you feel your hand go a little bit too far down, and you stop.
Rydel, everything okay?
The ground here seems to be a bit soft. Do you want to try and go around, or should I see?
What do I have on me to help? I
Uh,
don't think I have much. I literally have only my Firbolg stuff, and I don't think that can help anything. Yep.
If I dash, I ignore difficult terrain. Okay. Here's what I want to do. Can Rydel go along the tunnel, but sort of shimmying as if he was going up a ladder, just having his arms up against the walls?
I see what you mean.
I would say because it opens up like right
Does it
around here, it wouldn't be able to get any farther than here. Because you could only get this far without it opening up into this other little cavern area.
Right, but it's just for this stretch, as far as we can tell, that it's...
Oh, I had when you came around that you were like here, and you were this was where you felt the ground felt soft.
Oh,
Sorry,
okay.
I thought you
I
knew
thought
that
the
you would come
tunnel
around.
itself was...
I thought
No,
by showing it that meant that that showed that you guys came around. My fault. My fault.
Okay, there we go. All right, so.
But you see, yeah, it's like this area where you felt it starting to be soft.
So, redact that statement.
Yeah.
It seems the opening is soft.
Recently dug? Possibly?
Since we're at the opening, then, do I have enough? Can I pull out the spear?
Yeah, I would say
pull
you
out
have. I would say you have enough room to kind of like fish it forward to pull it out. Yeah.
Okay. Then I want to poke the ground with the butt of the spear 10 feet away.
Okay. How hard are you like stabbing it into it?
Seeing how much it gives.
It starts to give about a half an inch,
Half an
and
inch.
it feels like it could go further, but you haven't pushed it further yet. Or are you gonna push
Well,
it further?
no, I'm pushing it until I
Okay.
feel the ground.
As you get about you start
Testing.
to push, and as you break through that half an inch mark, all of a sudden all the dirt just falls away, and it's another pit open up this area.
Mm-hmm. That's what I thought. 10-foot poles, everybody. Very useful.
Mm-hmm. And you see that the you're able to say like overhang kind of look for a second, and you see the wire was holding what looked like some very makeshift style net that was holding heavier parts of the ground upwards.
Then I put the stick away and I turn around to Leo and say, "We do not want to go this way."
Okay. And I look over and just see
A hole.
chasm.
Mm-hmm. And it seems deeper than the other one. You did not see the bottom when you saw the net.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Arandur, back up.
Oi, what's going on up there?
There's a large hole. I'd rather take my chances with the other one.
That's
Yes.
fair enough. Right, back we go.
Okay. Going back the other way,
Uh-huh.
it's easy enough to get into the room. You're still crawling, but you know this way a little bit more.
Okay.
Oh, there's a way up.
The way up is where you
Up.
came from. You came
Oh,
from this area.
We came from here.
Came from that way?
Yes,
Oh,
and this is
okay.
where you fought two kuo-toa before.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think this is the one that loops back.
Make a perception check, all three of you.
Sure.
15. Perception checks are on point today.
Oh my god.
Okay. Okay. Rydel would see as he's kind of coming into the room. Rydel would remember that he fought kuo-toa here. The ones with shields and everything.
Oh,
That-
and the corpses are gone.
The corpses are gone. There's drag marks going this way.
Which way?
This way.
Why?
Which way?
It's not popping up this way.
Nope.
Nope.
Not a single thing is popping up.
Oh,
Left,
that's
right.
stupid. It's because I was... Sorry.
There.
I was still on
because you're
GM layer, and I thought I
oh.
could still ping it.
No.
But yeah, this
I point out
this
the
seems where
tracks.
the it's like almost drag marks, but there's also like pieces of the kuo-toa's like blue blood that way.
Um,
I point and let them know. It seems like they were dragged somewhere.
possibly the
This is the way
kobolds.
that loops around, right?
Yeah, this is the way that loops around.
How big is this opening?
It seems to be able to be walking through. And from what you could tell just by shining part of the lantern down it just to see, it does start to narrow out into crawling again, but it is big enough to walk through where you guys are at.
Do we want to give it a look, guys?
It possibly could be the kobolds cleaning out behind us.
It could be.
True.
Oh, okay. Rydel. But if it's not, then we should probably clean it out for them.
Mm-hmm. Let's
Yeah, I got
go
no
down
problem
this
with
way.
that.
I'm gonna drop it to hooded and
Yep, let's go.
start making my way
Okay.
through, keeping an eye out for any sort of nonsense traps or.
It does
Or
start
tracks.
to, yeah, it does start to get thinner again to where you would have to crawl part way. The tracks go, the trail leads all the way through this. Are you going to go out into the opening? Because like right on the other side of where I have it done is the opening.
Okay. Can I listen for any noises?
Make a perception check.
18.
You hear what you would recognize as the language the kobolds were talking in before amongst themselves, before they
Uh-huh.
started talking common to you. You hear that coming from the room. It seems like there's one voice that's a little bit deeper sounding, as kind of like two or three others talking to it, then it calling back to them.
I whisper back to the group. It sounds draconic. It may be the kobolds.
Okay, let's take the risk.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
We're helping.
I'll crawl out
Join up.
Okay.
You might want
quietly.
to. Yeah.
As you crawl out, you see a group of about there's 6 other regular kobolds there, and you see with its back to you, a different kobold with wings this time, actually like red leathery wings or white leathery wings. And as he turns around to you, you see that like one of his eyes is scarred, and you see him like kind of an aggressive stance to you, but then bark out in the draconic to you.
Dude, does anyone...
All the rest have like slings at the ready. They don't know what's going. They don't seem to recognize you.
I'm gonna actually add a game. Ryan, David, doesn't your character know Draconic?
Nope.
Oh.
I don't know shit.
Okay, yep, it was just like... So... What's the plan?
He's seen Rydel pop through the hole now. It's like Rydel would be like technically here, but
Yep.
Yes. Greetings. We were sent down here to clear out the fish people, the gillthroats, as you called them.
Who was the person that was given us a task again?
his
Galax
name-
sent us.
as you say the name Galax, you see the winged one. What started to look like he was starting to prep some arcane like energy in his hands, just dissipates away, and he kind of puts his hands down, stops being aggressive, like stance at you. He's still kind of like looking at you, a little bit unsure. And you hear him ask, kind of broken common, did Galax leave us?
At this point, I pull on and say, No, not of course not. He was looking for a new home for you, all, and when we discovered him, he asked us for help with your old home. I pull out one of the chimera scales and say, See, the big thing is dead back there. You can check for yourself.
As soon as you pull out the chimera scale, it starts to get back aggressive at you. It just says, "What have you done?"
Oh, that's not a smart play. Why would you pull out dragon skills?
He said, "Yeah, he's asking you what, like you, Leo, directly. What have you done?
Well,
Tell me now." And you see him like start to kind of prep the arcane magic again.
well, wasn't there...
What are you saying?
There was a threat. The fish people were praying to it. So, we dealt with it.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh my god, we're dead. I have to fight. No, we have to fight our way through this. Why would you pull out dragon scales?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's wrong, Gills?
He looks at you and he's not backing down. And he said Galax sent you. Just questioning, but he's not backing down. He's still... The energy starts getting stronger.
Yes.
Galax sent us. We've met with some of your people here, and they let us through.
He looks back to a few of them. You see two of them, the red and green. Green still looks kind of beat up because he's the one you guys kind of knocked out hard a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
They both nod. And he looks back to you and just... He's not changing his stance at all. He's trying to figure out what the fuck's going on.
I'm getting a little low.
What do you mean?
Just, like, I'm not just like standing upright. I'm like
Okay.
crouching down a bit in case something does go down.
Yep, no problem. He asks you, are you sure Galax is coming back?
He asked us to help.
He's my older brother. He's done this before.
He is occupying space that does not belong to him. We have cleared out his home for him, and that was his request in order to get him to leave the place. If he does not leave willingly, he will.
Make an intimidation check.
Okay. Those aren't great, but
No,
you
but
know,
that was a little bit.
that would be a 9.
Okay. He's trying to figure out what to make of you guys, and you can tell like what you're saying to him isn't making him back down from anything anymore.
Mm-hmm.
He's like staring intently at this dragon scale that you pulled out. The other kobolds seem to just be kind of waiting for something to be said. You see also just in this casual standing that the two kuo-toa bodies that you followed are here, and they seem to be kind of torn into a little bit and burned in places.
We took care of these fish people.
There are more
On our
fish
way
people
in.
back there.
And there are more corpses of fish people in the back, as well as a multitude of other things, including a shrine to some sort of octopus creature.
Yes.
Do you know anything of this?
He lowers his hands, and he just tells you they came not but a week ago. Galax ran with a group of us and closed the tunnel before we could get there. We were hiding out. I was fending them off as I could. He introduces himself as Valix, V-A-L-I-X.
Okay. Valix. And he said he was the younger brother?
He's the younger brother. Galax is his older brother. And you see, like, he still has, like, some spots on the scales of, like, gray, but he's, like, the purest white-scaled kobold among all of these. And all of them are different varying shades between gray to white to red.
Wait. Come again?
All the kobolds that you've seen so far, including in Galax's group, were varying shades from red to white. Galax himself was white and gray with gray spotted. This is Valix, this one here.
I did not.
Yeah, Valix, this one here has been like white scaled with very few gray spots, but he's almost purely white scaled.
First of all, I was gone for like 10 seconds, so I didn't catch that first part. But second of all, I did not remember that he was gray.
Come on, Juan. I don't remember which way we came from, but I remember the kobolds were white.
Did not remember that. Nope. It makes sense for me now. It makes sense. Okay.
I mean, makes sense for ripping out dragon scales in front of kobolds anyway.
But what he's asking you, what are you doing now? If you've killed them all, what's your plan now? What should we do?
We're leaving and heading back to Galax to send him here.
He kind of looks down. He won't come back.
He is not given a choice.
Even if he leaves there, he won't come back here.
What is the reason?
And why is that?
We're from the north. We've migrated dozens of times, and every time he seems to kind of take a group and leave anybody else behind.
Why?
He looks at you, he's like, I wish I knew. I've
So
barely been
abandoned-
able to keep up with him.
He abandons his
So-
family willingly?
So if you keep following him, then, and he keeps leaving, why do you continue to chase after him?
He looks at him, he's like, he's my older brother.
May we leave?
He nods back, and these kobolds step out of the way for you guys. They kind of push the kuo-toa bodies on top of each other. As you leave, he just asks, "So you want? We are okay to stay here, our group."
We have made sure that nothing that is kuo-toa or unnatural, no, I'm sorry, Gilthroat or unnatural beings are in this cave system at the moment. Valix, a word of advice: take responsibility when needed.
He kind of nods, and he takes a step back to watch you guys through.
Okay.
Rydel's a little annoyed, but he's gonna go
Annoyed.
through.
Annoyed about what? Me, him, us?
Rydel's not saying.
Okay.
Okay.
As we go past, I'll just go to Valak and be like, "Do you want your brother to come back? Or if he didn't this time, would it matter to you?"
He doesn't answer.
You followed him because he's family. When it comes down to it, family's all we've got. You don't mess with that. But if a member of your family is doing you wrong, sometimes it's best to let it go. We'll follow.
Okay. He just is watching you guys the entire time. And easily enough to crawl, once you guys crawl through this next tunnel, you guys do get back to the ladder on your way out, as you had before. Coming back to the surface, it is getting to, or it is like early evening right now. Sun's starting to set. I believe it was, you were a couple hours away from Pine Keep, so you'll get back to Pine Keep as it gets into early night.
Yeah, no problem. Rydel will make his way to Pine Keep then.
Yeah, it's not too hard to see Pine Keep or not.
Okay.
I'll turn off the lantern. I don't
Yeah.
think we'll need it. Right? It's bright enough with the,
Yeah, it's like
with
it's
sunset.
hitting it. You could turn on the lantern once you guys get to like Pine Keep's area, like once you can see Pine Keep in like a 20-minute distance.
Okay.
But until then,
Um,
it is nighttime.
I'm just gonna say, Rydel, everything okay?
I will. Yes, everything's fine. I will have to see what is on Galax's mind when we reach.
I apologize for risking that. It just felt like it was enough proof.
It is fine. If I have spent many years studying. If you did not know, kobolds are descendant of dragon. So to show them scales is, most cases, would look as a sign of threat.
My apologies. Mainly, I've dealt more with the lizard folk, so it's... yeah. That is a big mistake.
It is fine. It is not what I am upset about.
Okay.
Okay. You guys come into Pine Keep's outer edges, get through the walls fine enough. The guards, they're like the Pale Guard is still on guard, but they've seen you guys walk here before and saw you walk out, and so they're just kind of making sure you're not bringing anything disgusting in. And you see the little...
As I walk in with a pincer staff.
Yeah, they kind of look at it a little weird, but they're like, they've seen weirder shit.
As the 6'6" Firbolg walks behind you, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they've seen you before, so...
Oh, true. Okay.
But as you guys get to like the back in the temple area, outside you see the little gnome, you Frosthand, the little cleric, just pacing outside, and she sees you guys approach. She's like, "Oh God, there you are! Oh, you guys are beat up," and she offers a first level cure wounds to each of you.
Oh, nice.
Thank you.
We'll say you all heal back about 8 points of healing.
Bless.
Less. I still have the one temp from Bomb of the Summer Court, right?
Yep, because the temps don't go away until long rest, I think.
Okay. Then I'm basically full. I'm gonna go into the temple.
Yeah, she brings you inside after healing.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, did it happen? Did it all work out?
It is clear of whatever threat was threatening the kobolds. Is Galax still there?
Yes, they're still downstairs. They're waking up now, so...
Rydel?
I'm gonna go down to Galax.
Oh, I'm going with him.
I'd be gentle.
Are all three of you going down, or one of you
I'm
staying
actually
up?
I'm staying up and gonna quickly ask, is there a place where I can identify items somewhere in the city?
You reminds or tells you basically about going to the Arcanum,
Oh, the Arcana place?
or
Yeah, right.
any other like some potion shops or some general stores may have a magic user there that could do it. They usually
Would clerics not?
clerics identify can't. They are not.
Knowledged clerics can. I don't know if there's a knowledge.
Knowledge
cleric.
and Forge can. And
Well,
like Ioun is a knowledge
I understand.
temple. I know that. I was just asking out of game. I don't. Yeah.
But she says that almost any of them are going to charge some sort of price.
Are you possibly able to do it?
She kind of bows her head, and unfortunately, that's not my forte.
Okay. Well, thank you. And actually, I'm gonna go back to the room and start counting.
Okay. So before we get to that,
That is
going
2,
down to
right?
Galax.
Mm-hmm.
Just before we reach him, I'm gonna, like, stop Rydel. It's like, Rydel, who are you mad at?
I will know as soon as Galax answers.
Because if it's one of us, we'll talk it through, but if it's Galax, you're probably not alone in that.
I want to find out why. And
You and me both, pal.
Okay. You guys get there, and you see most of the kobolds are kind of getting up, and you see Galax grabbing his usual shield and spear that he has, and he sees you walk in.
I'm gonna have the light on,
Okay.
not even hooded, because I know kobolds are annoyed by light.
In sunlight.
Right, but it's still light.
Yeah.
They're not.
And
I know it's not gonna give them disadvantage, but it's gonna be annoying for them.
I know, and
Here's the hope.
he sees you comes in, and turns around, he's like, ah, you know, in the broken common, the scaleless ones are alive.
Your
we
home
good?
is clear. You may return to it.
Good to hear. Good to hear. What else are you saying? Anything else?
I'm waiting for him.
That's all
See.
he seems to just kind of talk to Draconic to the rest of them as a few of them start packing some things. He turns back to you and he says, "It'll take us about a day or two to get tunneled back our way there. We'll let the clerics know."
Can you not go overland and down the way we came?
He kind of chuckles. He's like, "I don't think the guard would like seeing us outside, or much less anything else." And by this point, after talking to Leo, you would make her way down there and is with you as well.
Why do you flee from your brother?
He seems to be like, "Oh, Valak's is still alive."
They all are.
That's good. That's good to hear. I know he can follow me, so, and he does pretty well, so I'm glad that he's alive.
Why do you flee from him?
Because I know he can follow.
You're his older
Why do
brother. He shouldn't have to follow you. You should take him with you.
Why do you flee?
You hear him chuckle at Arandur's statement, as if he couldn't make it on his own, he wouldn't make it.
But for what purpose do you leave your tribe?
To expand. Get more tribes, more family. Just like anywhere else. Why do you walk away from any other place?
You walk away when you have a goal. When you have to. You have no reason to leave half of your tribe behind without even telling them.
He looks at you up and down, and he is a small person, but he's fully confident in his stance where he is.
Oh, I have the staff out.
That's fine. He says, you may walk away if you have a purpose. I walk away because I know I can start other tribes, other places. These people, when he looks back to the rest of them, they follow me. If they can't follow me, they don't deserve to follow me.
So collapsing the tunnel so your brother couldn't follow you, that was a test, was it?
He survived.
No thanks to you.
No. Thanks to himself and his own strength.
It might be as well to let him know that. If you value his own strength, you don't abandon family. You're a disgrace.
You get a sense as you're saying this that the words are just washing over him.
I have studied that kobolds are known as cowardly. I did not know it was to this extent.
You see a few of the other kobolds kind of turn to you and give little snarls, but Galax puts his hand up. We'll be going. He turns to you. We'll be going. It'll take us a few days to tunnel back. And she just kind of she nods and understands. And he turns away from you guys. What are you doing?
I do hope you make it back to your tribe safely. And perhaps next time when you leave, you at least let the rest of your people know what your purpose is. Or else they will just continue to follow you.
He kind of turns back to you and just says, at least they can follow and not just wander randomly like you scale us once.
Do it,
You
Rydel.
do not know why I want
Do it, Rydel. Do it. Get him. Sick.
You do not
They
know
can do
why
it
I
a lot
wander.
better
You do
than
not
you.
know why
No
I'm
one
here.
would follow.
He doesn't seem to respond. Like, he just kind of... He knows that he feels like he... Or make an insight check.
I will do that. I have a random aside, Carson.
Yes.
Just casually, not for any particular reason, but is the pincer staff able to be thrown?
No.
Drats.
It actually doesn't have that
Alright.
property, so...
I know. Yeah.
19.
9. I wasn't even looking at him, so I was turning
Okay.
around already.
Arandur, you can tell that he definitely isn't afraid of you guys at all. And he knows that he's in a position where if something started, he would have a similar upper hand in just the terms of how it would, like, not how he may die. He understands he may die, but he knows that other things can happen. Things outside of his control that can make it worse for you guys than him.
The amount of times you've been forced out of your home, I'd have thought that family might mean more to you than this. You do well to learn that when I leave.
Rydel, you don't see any change in his disposition.
Yeah.
And you, Rydel, make a perception check.
Yeah.
As Arandur had left now.
12.
Okay. You hear him, as he turns away, kind of just mutter to himself. Grandfather was right about the scaleless ones. As he's kind of just starts to walk away. Walk to his group and... What are you doing?
I head out.
Okay. You follows you out, and she kind of reaffirms to you that it's okay, it'll be fine. Don't worry about it. You catch up with Arandur. Not too hard, just you're not like sprinting out.
Sure.
As you guys get to the top of the temple, back into it, you starts digging through a table. And is like, here, and offers you a small pouch. She's like, it's as much as we can do right now, but this is for your trouble. Thank you for helping us.
It's quite alright. Just allowing me access to the library is enough for me. Right.
You hear behind you now not from the tunnels, just behind you, a voice that is very soothing, and it just says, please take it, it's our gift to you. And turning around, you see a taller female human, darker skinned, adorned in much more fancy robes.
Guess it's someone important.
You see you kind of give a little bow, and she's like, oh, headmistress, I'm sorry to have woken you. And she's the taller human lady just kind of puts her hand up. It's okay. She looks to you two. I am headmistress Leona. Thank you for keeping this secret and for helping us. Your actions will be noted in our archives. And you, Rydel, you would recognize immediately a pendant that she's wearing that's small but ornamental. That is a symbol of Ioun.
It's no trouble. We were in the area. As a follower of Ioun, I felt implored to help.
And we are grateful for your actions. When you need help, when you're hurt, you can come here. As anyone can, looking for help from injury or increase of their own knowledge. And she grabs the little satchel from you and places it in your hands, Rydel. And closes them over it.
Thank you. Just gonna walk off.
She kind of, as you guys were walking away, she kind of leads you back to one of the back rooms. And now, for good old Leo,
Show me.
make me an investigation check.
Oh my lord, no.
To count?
No, to get back to the tavern.
Oh.
Because I think you were one of the ones. Yeah, you were one of the ones who didn't take like a whole jaunt around town to learn everywhere.
It's gonna. I'm literally Arandur finds me in the middle of the square, like, help.
How did I get here again?
I'll say the entire conversation down with Galax took maybe 15-20 minutes.
Help.
By the time you guys got out of the temple, it was maybe another 15 or 20.
I have a room at this place.
Yeah, you guys get to the point of the square, and you see Leo just like asking people and just confused of where he is.
The conversation ends in the temple. Leo's back in Grunghill.
Actually, before you guys find him, Leo, one of the people you ask seems to be an older gentleman, in nicer robes, and he just kind of like shoves you off him, like as you're kind of going to help him. Like, he's like, "Get off me! I don't want to deal with you tonight."
But I just need a direction to.
No,
To an end.
you hear him just like, "I've had enough. Guard." You see some of the pale guards like start to come over, and they're just like, what's the problem here? And the guy just like, this looks at you, and he's kind of confused. Thing came up to me and trying to steal my gold. The guard look
Insight
at you.
check, please.
Yeah, go ahead.
Jesus
He's
Christ.
straight lying.
Well, of course. What's...
But no, like I just wanted to see if I recognize something about him, but it's cool.
The guard kind of looks at you and is like, "Is that true?"
I just wanted to find directions back to an inn that I was staying in. This is my second day in town. I just needed to find my way back. If he thinks I'm stealing gold, I have my own gold.
Make a
Can you
persuasion.
help me? Yeah.
Come on, don't get
Uh.
taken to prison.
He looks at you like very stern, and he turns back to the gentleman. "We'll take care of it from here. Go ahead on your way."
Shit.
And as the gentleman puffs up his jacket a little bit and starts walking away, one of the pale guard who said it looks at you. He's like, "It's okay. He tries to get in trouble all the time. Tries to get people thrown in jail for no reason." What inn are you staying back at?
What am I staying back at?
The Kraken's Keep, the only
No,
one in
food.
town.
That is
Number
not that.
two.
That is
Oh,
not
there's
that.
two.
There's three.
But yeah, there's three. I only saw.
There-
No,
All the
Kraken's
red
Keep
ones.
is the one is this one over here.
Oh, there
That's
is
the one
another red one.
That's the one we don't want to go back to, actually. This
no.
one is like, oh, this is the animal place, the one with the mini animal heads on its walls.
Not a problem. You're just over here. And he basically turns you around and points at the building.
Oh, thank you. And I take out like 10 gold and place it in his hand.
He puts his hand up before you can. He's like, "It's okay. No need.
Okay. I appreciate it. Thank
Just
you.
get home safe. Try not to mess with anyone who looks like they don't want to. It looks like they're gonna cause trouble."
Who is that man anyway?
He's someone who every now and then claims to be a lord. He was adventuring one time. Has a good chunk of gold, but he doesn't have anything to do with Lord Wentel, so no problem.
Interesting. Okay. I'll thank you very much for your help. I will be on my way in that case.
He just kind of nods, and the two start to walk away from you.
Okay.
You were literally 1 point away from getting thrown in jail.
Oh,
Oh, exciting.
Because I rolled an insight check, and he rolled an 11. You
Oh.
rolled a 12.
bloody hell. Close call.
Okay.
But soon enough,
guess.
the other two get back.
What time is it, by the way, in this?
It's
at this
night. It is like into nighttime now.
Okay, right.
Yeah, I'm just gonna head.
So would this as they're getting the door, I'm like starting to take out all the gold in my room in that case.
Okay, you guys each did have your own room. I remember. I think you
Yeah,
paid for
so-
a night. I don't think you paid for a full week. I think you only
We
paid
paid
for a
for
No,
night.
we paid for a week.
Did
We
you
paid
pay for a week? I don't remember very
for
well.
a week.
We did.
Because we said we were going to be here for at least a week. We didn't know if we were
Okay.
going to be a little bit longer.
Good
that
call,
I remember.
good call.
Yeah.
Of all of the coin, which as you start kind of like pulling it out of the bag of holding, it's a lot of fucking coin that you guys were able to get out.
I just want to know off the bat, is it more copper? Is it more gold?
It
What
is
the
silver, gold, and platinum.
Holy fuck.
Oh, baby.
You guys have 4,000 silver pieces.
Rydel's in his room, by the way.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm with Leo at this point.
You're like, I just opened the like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm counting the gold. You want to sit down and join me?
Yeah,
4,014 silver
No, 4,000 silver. 4,000
what-
total.
from the bag of holding.
This is including the stuff that Arandur picked up.
Okay, that's fine.
Got
4,000
it, Shroom?
silver. Uh-huh.
1,800
fine.
gold.
Oh,
Okay, hold on a second. I need a calculator for this one.
You can put it in the D&D Beyond, and it'll all just calculate it to gold.
No,
total.
but I'm putting it in the bag of holding stuff. You said 1800?
1800.
1,800 gold.
80 platinum pieces.
Oh Jesus.
And then you have the gold bird cage, the ivory statue, and the quiver. Those are the stuff that you two have.
Yeah.
Rydel has
Yeah,
the bracelet and the hat.
Yeah, I have the elephant and...
If I didn't see any sort of runes on the bracelet, I would have put it back in the bag.
Okay. So then you guys do have the bracelet, and you two, either both of you make separate intelligence checks, or one make one with advantage.
I'm giving you advantage.
Just straight intelligence.
Oh, that doesn't... my intelligence isn't great.
That's
I'm a
fine.
-1. You're
okay,
better
that's
than me.
So with advantage... Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay, it wasn't hard. It's the thing. Over 10 is fine most of the
Okay.
time with a
Okay,
lot of
for our
things like
level
this.
At least, yeah.
But the bracelet, birdcage, and statue, none of them are magical. And they all seem to be worth about 250 gold each.
Each, so let's see.
The
okay,
birdcage is big enough to hold like an owl. That's how big the birdcage is.
Birdcage
Right.
is 250. Hold on. You said everything. So was the birdcage, the bracelet, and
The statue of the elephant.
Oh, the elephant
It's an
statue.
ivory
okay.
statue.
They're all
Damn.
200 a pop,
250.
250 a pop.
That's what you could. That's what you could estimate by looking at them.
Value-wise, not what we're getting for it.
Yeah,
but value-wise.
what their value would be.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm. Okay, so that means. Let me take a look at that. You want to take a look at that quiver you got there?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. This quiver.
Are you just gonna? It does have like a little cap over the opening.
Right.
Are you gonna pull it up to look at it, or what are you trying? Are you just looking at the outside, or what are you doing?
I want to give this like a thorough look. I
Okay,
wanna look at
easily
every
enough.
aspect.
You pull up the cap of it, and you see that there are actually 3 different compartments in it.
Ah, yes, I know what this is.
And you see something in the smallest compartment, and you see something in the biggest one.
Okay. I'll check out what the things are that are in the compartments for sure.
Okay. Easily enough,
Valona.
you find 5 silver-tipped arrows, 2 silver-tipped crossbow bolts in the small one.
Hang on. So. Yep.
And then in the largest one, there's nothing in the middle, but the largest one, you pull out a very large spear as you're pulling it out of this quiver that's about, less than 2 feet tall. You pull out this full spear that is silver-plated on the tip.
Quiver of Alona.
Yeah.
I just like widen my. It's like wait.
Yeah.
What?
It looks like you're pulling it out of like you were pulling everything out of the bag of holding, but you're pulling this full spear out of it, and it looks very well made.
I know what this is. Does Arandur know what this is?
Make an intelligence check with your proficiency because you're an elf.
Quiver of Alona.
Oh, sweet. So it's +3 then.
Alright. Wonderful item.
Of course not.
Is it not +4 because of you had a +1 up here before for intelligence?
My proficiency is +2.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha. I forgot. I thought we were
Yeah.
at the +3s already. I forgot. You can definitely tell it's magical, and you've heard about things that can do what this does, but you don't know any details.
Okay. Damn it, I know what this is.
Yeah, this is where you got to balance what in-game and then you know.
Yeah. Oh well.
Is
I'm sure
It
I'll.
looks like it's similar to this bag in that case, but for weapons. Weapons.
It seems so. I've heard stories about these kind of things, but I can't put my finger on anything specific about it. But these arrows look interesting for sure. I think I'll swing by as he tries to think of things. Swing by that Bucklebrand Armory.
Okay.
Get him checked over tomorrow. I've got a few things I wanna
Well,
do.
hold on one second.
Tomorrow.
Actually, then. 20.
Things I need to take care of.
Meanwhile,
Good
Rydel,
hope.
what are you doing in your room?
What am I doing in my room? I am.
Do we want to know?
Yeah, I'm masturbating furiously. No. Rydel is just sitting there, meditating, just reflecting back on what he said and what he did.
Okay. Is that all you're gonna do before falling asleep, heading to bed?
After an hour or so of that, he'll pull out the hat and look at it.
Okay. Are you taking a short rest to look at it? Is that what you're meaning, technically? Because that does take that would take you into the night to do, but
just gonna examine it, see if there's any sort of arcane markings or runes on it.
okay. Now that you're in like a normal light, without actually having to shine the light, because you weren't like shining your lantern on it specifically, you can see it's not pressed into the weather. It's almost as if it's like reflecting off the light. There's a few runes on the inside.
Interesting. Alright. Good to know. Would I wouldn't happen to know anything like what it is or anything, right?
I'd say make an intelligence check. Or Arcana, if that matters, the difference.
No.
No.
It's a 5.
So, yeah, you can get a sense that there's probably magical stuff because there's runes that you can see now, but you don't know what anything else about it.
Okay. Well, that'll be Rydel's day. We'll
Okay.
skip out on.
It's gonna be nighttime, right?
It is nighttime.
Oh, it is nighttime.
It is nighttime.
Like, you guys came back at early night, and you spent a while there and then got here. It took a while to count all the coins and know exactly what you had and all that.
I'm gonna just turn. Oh wait, go.
If it still sounded like either Arandur or Leo were up, I will Rydel would probably pass one of them the hat if you saw them. They're meditating in his room for.
Pass the what? Sorry.
The hat.
Oh yeah, sure. I'll take a look at it.
I would say from this, by your meditating, and it wouldn't take them the full hour to count everything and figure out the quiver. So unless they're doing, like, what are you guys doing after pulling out the stuff from the quiver? What are you doing?
Going to prep myself for a long couple of days of making potions.
Okay.
I'm in my room, but I'm not sleeping.
Okay, so the only one who would be
I'm
up,
awake.
the only one who would be up then by that time would be Arandur, because it wouldn't take that long for Leo to prep before sleep.
Okay. Then.
Just say I will eventually sleep, but it's gonna take Arandur a while.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and it's not like elves sleep anyway.
True.
I'm going.
Are you gonna pass him the hat?
Yeah, I'll pass him the hat.
Okay.
Right. What have we got here?
It seems magical, but I imagine you or Leo, who are quite skilled with magic, would probably be able to use it better.
Oh, I can take a look at it for sure. Don't know how much I'll get out of it.
Arandur, as you're kind of looking at it, it doesn't seem like it's much different to anything that when you looked at it previously at any other point. Like, you could definitely get the same hints that it's magical, but nothing else from it.
That's beyond me, pal. I'll word Leo in the morning, or see if anyone around town can help. I'm sure people at that library might
I'm gonna just.
be able to shed more light on it.
It's gonna cost money to get people to do the thing.
And correct. That is why I passed it to you, to the two of you. You both are carrying the money.
Well, Leo's got the money.
Hello.
I
Bank
imagine
of
it was quite
Dandy,
a lot.
how may I help you?
I mean, you guys can choose, obviously, to split things up if you want to, or just have it all in the bag. Up to you.
The only thing I'm keeping is the quiver.
Okay.
I mean, dude, I'm gonna tell you the totals right now. Right now we have, again, 4,014 silver that'll equate to 401 gold on top of 2,370 gold, and then 800 gold converting the platinum back into gold. We have over 4,000 gold in the bag.
Plus the hat, then the statues.
Yeah, plus the statues and the
trinkets.
birdcage.
All right. Well, Rydel kept the pincer staff, and he's going to bed.
That's fine.
I'm gonna do my elfie sleep to get everything back.
Yeah.
But I'm probably gonna be up early because I've got things to do.
Yeah. You guys are going to do your long rest. You get all your spells back and stuff like that.
Once I get everything counted, I'm not staying there.
Okay, where are you gonna go stay?
I'm going back to where I saw the Firbolg.
Okay. It's very late.
Mm,
The temple's still open like it was the first time you were there. No one's around.
Yep. okay, so I'm just gonna sit on the ground, pat, pat. This feels right. I just knock out.
Okay. So you guys all get your long rest.
Uh-huh.
But for Rydel, your
Uh-oh.
night seems to be a little bit less restful.
Oh, lovely.
As you're sleeping,
He's brutally murdered.
You start to, you just have you're having visions of things that happened. Flashbacks, it seems like, just pieces. The first one, it's almost like you're back there, and it's a flashback back to the temple. You're training, but you look down and you feel it's basic training, and you're only about 8 years old. You look around you as you're doing it, and you see across from you a pair of twins, your cousins, Oriel and Luca. You see that you guys are all studying basic jab strikes and stances. Around you and about 5 other people, or 10 other students, you see Master Henri, a female air genasi with light blue skin and shorter white braid of hair. You see that she's guiding you and all these other students along, and she moves behind you. And as she does, you see Luca kind of turn back to you, makes eye contact, and you see him stick out his tongue and cross his eyes at you. You laugh, losing focus for a second, and you kind of lose your balance, and you fall over. Instantly, it seems like as you get up, Master Henri has swept your leg out from under you while she walked behind you, giving you a swat on the head with this very long but flexible reed she was carrying. And in a very stern voice, she looks at you and looks at Luca and just says, "You two need to focus. Oriel will surpass both of you if you don't." You kind of rub your head and you stand up, back in your stance, and the vision starts to fade away as the sounds of training kind of fade out. As in the blackness, it starts to dissipate, and this time you look down and you're yourself. You're normal. Just as you were going to sleep. It's black all around you. Then, behind you, quickly, this bright flash of orange and yellow energy. You turn around and you see this scene in front of you. No more than 60 feet away. You see a humanoid figure, and looking away from you, and from what you can tell, he looks male. The upper half bare and his lower half with gray and red robes that are kind of dangling off. In each hand, you see one of them being the wind blade, and the other being the fire wheel, each ablaze with their own energy. The wind blade humming with the bluish light, and the fire blade having this orange-yellow glow with sparks of flame around it. With him facing away from you, you see that he's in a fighting stance, very similar to the one in your last vision that you were training. And in front of him, you see this deep, dark crimson pool. And you see ripples on the top. And coming out of it, you see the figure. As something, a terror like you've never seen before in your life. It looks like a head of a woman with long green teal hair flowing behind her. Her eyes white and pupilless spheres. As she comes out of the pool, you see that she has a longer than average torso, and then just with a big whoosh out, you see 6 arms holding each a long sword, whirring through the air. As she grows taller to a full 13 feet height, You see a long green serpentine body slops out from the pool onto the ground. And she starts to slither forward. The humanoid stands firm, ready to cross the blades in each hand, before throwing them into the air. The creature, just distracted, watches the blades as they fly spinning into the air above. You, understanding of this type of technique, you watch as the humanoid leaps into the air. Using his legs, he seems to catch each one of the blades with his feet, and the scene starts to slow as he's bringing them down, the terror bringing swords up to engage, before fading to black again. In front of you, you know you're there. You know you're still in this scene, and you see this pulse from below you. And in your hand, you look down, and you see a crystal and a necklace. A large ruby, pure deep crimson in it, with a pendant and attached to a metal chain that is black in color. And you just give a soft pulse glow from the ruby. And you feel power from it. It breaks. You wake, suddenly jolting out of bed. It's early morning, about the normal time you would start up for your morning rituals, and you're in a dead sweat. What are you doing?
I quickly, it's still probably like sunrise, so I'll turn on whatever like lantern is there and pull out my mirror.
You pull it out. What are you looking at?
Check on my face, check my eye, see what.
Everything is the same. Your eyes still kind of white and glazed over. Still the burn mark.
Do I have anything like on my person? Is blade still where
If
it
you
was?
would normally sleep with it, it seems to be still there as you reach for it instinctively.
Dream. Don't know. I will have to take on this, and I just start packing up my stuff to go do my meditations. And
Okay. Throughout your
exercise.
meditations, the one image that's burned into your head almost is the image of the crystal and the necklace, the deep ruby that's there, and just every now and then it seems like it's a pulse. The other two, you guys wake up perfectly fine. You get a good night's sleep. Arandur, you wake up. It's a little bit earlier than normal, but not so much. It's still like, 8, 9-ish.
Right. Okay, I've got some things to do.
What are you guys doing for the day?
Well, my first stop is going to be the armory, because I've got many questions for her. And after that, I am going to want to go to the guild hall.
There's many. Which one?
The one I went to the previous time, which is the Stoneblades Guild
There
Hall,
we go.
18.
I'm glad. I was like, I hope you remembered the name.
Yep.
Okay. Leo, what are your plans?
Hold on 1 second. Are there animals in this place?
None walking around or anything inside the temple.
Okay, then so I'll really quickly go outside and find an animal.
Okay.
There's a tiny animal, so I can cast Animal Messenger.
It's easily enough to find a morning bird.
Alright, so I choose it to cast Animal Messenger. Oh, I can ritual it, yeah. So, no need to even burn a spell slot on that. So, I ritual cast Animal Messenger. I can send how many messages? That's what I want to know.
Use a message. 25 words.
Alright then. And then
at least it can come back to me though, all the time. Make ways before this.
It doesn't say it does.
Nope, it doesn't say. Okay, so I'll just send it. I'll ritual cast Animal Messenger to Arandur and say, at Melora's temple, making us some potions. If you need, just stop by and get me. That's it.
Okay.
Well, I've experienced this before. Is that gonna freak me the hell out?
While you're getting ready to get out for your day of, doing shopping and other things, it's this blue jay that kind of lands on your windowsill and just speaks to you those words in the voice of Leo.
Ah.
I shoot an arrow.
Before flying off again once it's done.
I'm not gonna have to worry with them about that. Alright, fair enough.
Okay, so I spend 25 gold pieces.
It takes 8 hours to do, right?
I think it. Yeah, I think it says take.
Sounds about right.
It takes a full
It takes a full
work
day. It takes a full work day to do 50 gold of work or something.
So don't say that you have one yet, because if you get interrupted, it will interrupt the process. If something happens, just wait till the long rest to say that you've made one potion.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
It will take the gold still.
Okay.
Or a portion of it at worst.
I'm just making sure about in terms of how many I get at this point.
I believe I believe it's a day
Yeah, it's
per.
one at a time.
It's one at a time.
Yeah.
All right.
Like, they're not easy to make.
I mean, I'm okay with this. Free things.
Rydel, are you gonna do something along with Arandur, catch him before he goes out, as you were up early as well, earlier than normal?
I guess as I come back from inside from all my shit, I would see him like leaving. I guess
You would
that's
be able to
fine.
run
That
into
sounds-
each other, yeah.
I will let him know that I'll be at the Temple of Ayun. Then, if he needs me.
Right. We believe Leo's there already. Sure they'll run into him.
Perhaps. There are some things I need to figure out while I'm here.
You and me both, pal. You and me both.
And I will make my way over there.
I'm outie to here.
Okay, so, first, Arandur.
Alright.
You're going to, name I just had in my head. Sweat and Buck, right?
Yep. That's
Yep.
the other place.
Yeah, you see Eleanor there, the little lithely built druid.
Uh-huh.
You see, as you kind of walk in, you just see a small explosion and her hair gets kind of blown back.
Just had a small smile.
She's like, oh, you're here.
Ah,
You were here only
Ah.
yesterday, right?
I am looking to become something of a major customer. How are you doing today?
Another day?
So it is. By the way, those arrows,
They're good, aren't they?
they're good fun. Well, I haven't had any duds yet, so... Actually, I think I might have had one.
had one.
I can't remember. But they're good fun.
Like, yeah, when they do that, it kind of sucks. But hey, they work most of the time.
Absolutely. I was wondering if you can help me with a few things. First and foremost, I'm gonna, like, show her the quiver.
Okay.
Do you know what this is?
She takes it and kind of expects it a little bit. Seems like a normal quiver to me.
Take a look inside.
She kind of opens it up, pulls out the spear. Well, it's not a total normal quiver, but it's something.
Do you know what it is at all? Beyond not being normal.
I don't have the slightest. This is. She's like, no offense. This is elf stuff. I don't know much about.
That's fair. Do you know anyone in town who might know? Anyone who I might want to talk to about this kind of thing?
She's like, oh well, if it's seems like it's a magical thing, the Arcanum is a good place to always go for that.
That's fair. I might give that a look. Thanks.
They do a lot of
Oh,
teaching for other people who do arcane stuff anyway, so they probably have someone there who can, get a grade for
Absolutely.
looking at something.
Oh, thanks. I'll take back the quiver. Also, and I will now produce the massive 1.5 pounds of giant lizard hide. I'll be like, can you make something cool with this?
Oh, wait a
Shoots
minute.
you. That's in the
How
bag
did
of
you-
holding.
No, I got that.
How?
You were not gonna hold. It's only if it's only 1.5 pounds. It's not massive,
Oh,
Yeah, I know. That's why it's in my other possessions.
but it's also no. I'm telling you, it's not massive, and it's just 1.5 pounds.
okay.
Even so.
Because hide is heavy, and she's like, I could maybe make a good bag out of this. There's not enough here for a full like armor set, but
I'd be more than happy to sell it on to you.
she's like, eh. It's okay, finally made, or finally taken, recent. I could do it for about maybe 10 gold or so.
Yeah, sounds grand.
No issue, and she just like stows it away and slides it over to you.
Okay, let's add that to my soul list. Okay, cool. That's 10 gold, yeah.
Yep.
Don't suppose there's much point giving her just 8 scales, dragon teeth. Nope, don't think there's anything else I want to give her. Let's add that to my little list.
She's like, is your friend coming back for those swords, or is he gonna use that spirit that's in there?
Wait, what's? Huh? Spear?
She's like, yeah, the spear I just pulled out of the quiver that's in there.
Oh, hi. I'm not sure. I'll remind him. I'll remind him that
Do you
that
even
you're
know what
asking
you?
after him.
Do you even know what you already have? And she gives you like a playful, like kind of look.
He found a different spear. I was confused. I haven't given this one a test run yet, so I'm not quite used to having it on me, as it
She's
were.
like, well, from the glance I quick got, it's only a silver tip thing. It's nothing magical wise that I could tell to it.
What kind of
Listen,
benefits
it'll-
does the silver have on weapons?
She's like, it's some things, you know, they're a little bit more sturdy. Specifically, like, well, people don't like to talk about it much because it's don't want to worry people by things like any lichen things. They get kind of hurt by spears, by silver things. Essentially, if it seems like a normal weapon's not hurting it, try the silver thing. The silver thing's not hurting it, needs to be magical, so be worried about that.
Aye. Well, thank you very much. I'm sure I might. Well, I'll definitely be back. We're in town for the week, so but for now, pleasure doing business as always. I'll catch you later.
Of course. Just kind of goes back to her work.
All right. Cool. I'll exit and head to the Stone Glades.
Yeah, it's
Guild.
pretty easy to get back. Like they're close to each
Yeah.
other.
Okay. I'm looking for.
Make a perception
Phil.
check as you're walking around. As you're
As
walking,
I'm walking around.
As you're walking there, like make a perception check.
Perception. Okay. 18.
Okay. You as you're walking there, you hear a few of the pale guard that are there, just kind of muttering to themselves, and they're just like, yeah, those. He's like, what are we gonna do with them? What are we gonna do with those people that just came into town? They're from Bulgar. What are we gonna? They're not normal people here. What are we gonna do? And the other one kind of answers like, dude, they're saying all these things about their town being bandited, but we'll figure it out.
What
only-
town was that? Bulgruf?
No,
Bulgar.
The one we just came
Bulgar.
from, right?
That's the one we came from.
And he's, we'll figure it out. It'll be fine. And they kind of walk in passing.
Huh. Sorry, my sounds a little bit off. What town was it?
Bulgra, the one we came from, right?
The one we passed through. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I won't speak to them, but I'll bear that in mind. They're bandits.
I
over
mean,
there.
they've
Okay,
already.
cool.
This is just in passing. They've already walked
Yeah.
off.
Okay, cool. Right, I'll head to the Stoneglades Guildhall and look for Phil.
Easy enough to be found. Phil's just kind of. He's still there with his like clipboard, handing off quest to. There's a few people in line. He sees you and he's like, okay, just like waits for you just to get in line with everyone else.
Ah, that's cool.
It takes about 5 minutes or so for you to actually get up to him, and you see him at the last group just kind of yell, now this time, don't hit the innocent people. Hit the other ones. Okay? Okay. Sorry. Newbies.
Problems with the new recruits, huh?
Not problems, just overeager. What do you need?
That's fair. It's a weird question. Have you heard back from Orn?
No, it's only... You were just here yesterday.
So we'd heard about this fella that his group was after, and it been pressing at me. Do you know the name of the guy they're after?
It's like I have what we have in our... What we were requested. But that's for members only, and Orn's already taken the job.
That's fair. Okay, no
I
problem.
still have that other job if you're willing, if you and whatever crew you're with want to become members. Lost Switch we still need someone to go out there.
It's true. I've still got it in mind. We got caught up in some business yesterday, so didn't quite get time to talk it over, but it's in the works, so I'm gonna find him now.
He's like, okay, is there anything else you need? I can't really offer much unless you're taking jobs from me, so.
No, that's fine. Just wanted to ask. Have a nice one.
Okay, and he kind of waves up another group that was... Now you turn around, you see that there's like 3 more groups that were behind you.
That's cool. I'll give him a nod and mosey on out. I'll head towards the Arcanum, but the other guys can take their thing first.
Right.
Which building's the Arcanum again?
It's in lore chat.
So it is.
Rydel,
That's me.
what are you doing?
I'm going to the Temple of Ayun.
Yes?
I am... First of...
You don't see you anywhere around as you kind of walk in, but you see the headmistress talking to a few of the other clerics.
Okay.
Headmistress Leona.
Yep. Right, I'll do.
She kind of not like she's talking. She kind of now has walked over to you. Is like, is there something I could help you with, Rydel?
Rydel. Does Rydel want to do that? That's just David wants to do. I'm just merely looking for information.
Well, you've come to a good place for it. What can I offer you in our public library? I can help out find you something if you need to.
Do you
We have stuff about factions, rulers, Westgrave, the Accords.
No, none of those. Perhaps books on legend.
She's like, what kind of legend are you? You see like she's now not now like you see her disposition's changed a little bit. She's more curious. Like, what kind of legends are you talking about?
Have your people have any records of the Scoria Sanctuary?
She's like, I can check. If we don't, are you going to provide and help out our libraries fill out some more?
How do you mean?
Well, if we don't have it, we'll need someone to write down what they know so we can store it away. That way, if someone else comes like you and asks about it.
Yes.
She nods and
Yes.
she kind of leaves you for about 20 to 30 minutes.
Okay.
Are you doing anything specific during that time, or?
Yes. Rydel is going to go to where the tunnel to the kobolds is.
Okay. One of the clerics does kind of like, wait, where you going down there yourself? You don't usually just let the public down there.
I know what's down there. Just seeing if they needed any assistance.
He kind of looks at you. He's like, how do you know what's down there? This is like a human that you've never met before.
You had us do a favor for them.
He nods for a second, but he's like, it may be in best interest to let them do their thing. We don't want to draw attention.
I understand. Do you have a section on creatures that I perhaps look?
Yeah, well, it depends on the kind. We have mini sections on them.
Reptilian.
Of course, and he leads you to, into like one of the part of the public stuff. Shows you books on lizard folk. Shows you books on kobolds themselves. General. There's books on just general creatures like giant lizards, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. I will do studying on my own. If that is all right.
He just kind of nods, not an issue, and leaves, and gives you about 15 minutes so or study to like really look through the things as he was looking for him. And what are you looking for? What are you looking for?
I am looking for serpentine creatures with the top half being humanoid and 6 arms.
Roll me investigation.
Sure. 8.
You see a lot of serpentine things, but nothing with humanoid half.
Sure.
A lot of different giant snakes, giant constrictors, bunch of things. And by this point, Leona comes back, and she's like, "Unfortunately, we don't seem to have anything. Have you found something to look at?"
Not exactly. At least, not what I was looking for in particular. Those unfortunate have. Does your group not know of the Scoria Sanctuary, or at least heard of it?
She's like, the name seems to have rung a bell for me, but I can't place it, and I don't see anything in our records.
I see.
Is there a reason we need to know?
Just gauging interest, I guess. I've heard of it. I've heard of it, and was hoping that if any place would know, it would be the Temple of Knowledge.
Make me a deception check.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's going to insight the fuck out of you.
Sure. 9. I'm rolling really well.
She looks at you, and she's like, It's okay. You don't have to lie to me. You can tell me. We've already kept one secret between us.
Alright. I am curious as to what kind of information is available on Scoria Sanctuary here.
And that's what she says, that they don't...
Yeah. Yes.
But no,
That's
she's
just my
talking
question.
about... No, she's talking about you saying that you have only heard of it.
Right.
She's saying you don't have to lie to her, that you can tell her that you know that you've not only just heard of it.
That's fine.
Okay.
Rydel's not answering any more than what he
Okay,
said.
I wanted to just make sure that was
He just
understand.
repeats the statement.
Okay, she looks at you a little bit weirdly. She's like, okay, well, can I help you look for anything else?
Do you know of a creature with multiple arms on the body of a snake?
You see her kind of stiffen a little. And she just mentions, why are you looking for something like that?
Curiosity.
And she just says, even in times of curiosity, there are some things that are too dangerous to know. It might be the wiser for you to for you to not pursue this much further now. For the state that you told me that you came back last night, it's something that's more dangerous than maybe you could handle.
Well, I'm not looking to handle any of it. I just wish to know about it.
And that leads to more curiosity.
As is our nature.
I don't want to put you in danger. I'm sorry.
Well, I will continue to look regardless.
She nods like, I understand.
It's sometimes better to have a controlled answer than one pound through search and discovery, I feel. That is just how I was taught. I was teaching. I'm just gonna burrow my face back into that book.
Okay. And she leaves you to your book. Leo. Juan.
Yep.
There you are. What are you doing? You wake up. No blanket. Nothing.
Yep. Cold hard floored. First thing I want to do. I want to ask this temple specifically if what is going on with the Firbolg here so far from where I usually know where Firbolgs are.
One of the other clerics, another female human lady. She just mentions, "Oh, that's just Juniper. She's quiet.
Juniper.
She's quiet and she likes to. Well, she's just rough around people."
May I happen to have the possibility of having a meeting with her?
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, that's gonna go well.
I mean, you're the charismatic one of the party, so.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, that's one decent.
Okay. She says I can bring it up to her next time I see her, but I can't guarantee anything.
Okay. Do you mind if I use the space to craft a potion?
Not at all. And she leads you to one of the back rooms that has anything you would need. Basically, it has a healer's kit in the room if you needed to.
Yeah,
But
I have my own herbalism kit, so I'll like pull it out from the bag and just start going to work.
okay, Shroom.
Hmm.
The Arcanum
Right.
is there.
Yep.
Make
I'm
an investigation check just to see how long it takes you to find it. I'm always
I've
curious
been there
about that
before.
stuff. I know. That'll just make on the DC.
30.
Okay, long enough. You not too lost. You get kind of turned around for a second, but then you find your way again.
Cool. Alright. I'm just gonna find someone. Anyone.
Yeah. As you kind of walk in, it seems like there's an attendant just willing to say, get introduced and ask what you need.
I'm looking to have an item that I have acquired. It's not I've investigated. I need to know more about it. It's got some kind of magical properties, and that's not my area.
Just is not an issue and calls you over to a small table.
Uh-huh.
And she says it'll be 10 gold per identifying if you have more than one item.
That's fine, I've just got the one.
Not an issue. And which one are you giving to her? You have both.
Oh, of course I have the hat. Damn, I should have thought of that. Should have put the hat in the quiver. I'll give her the quiver.
Okay. Paying the 10 gold and everything.
Yeah, marked off.
Okay. It is a quiver of Alona.
Mm-hmm.
For your own stuff, and you'll be able to know this when I put it in your equipment, or if you do. You can hold
Yeah,
in the smallest compartment up to 60 arrows, bolts, or other objects. The quiver's weight doesn't change. You can go up to 18 javelins or something similar in the mid-sized one. And the longest holds up to 6 bows, quarterstaffs, or spears.
Love that item.
Not attunement.
Yeah.
And essentially, the guy tells you, notices the bow that you kind of have with you. He's like, you could put that in here if you wanted to. And just carry this around.
Not bad. Oh, thank you. That's
Is that it? Do you have anything else?
actually there is one other thing. I don't know what this is at all. I get some feeling about it, but well, take a look, see what you think. Hand over the hat.
10 gold still.
Mm-hmm.
He tells you it is a hat of disguise.
Oh.
Requires attunement.
Uh-huh.
And you use an action to cast disguise self from it at will. And the spell ends if the hat's removed. or like probably dispelled or anything else like that.
Beautiful. All right, nice one.
He comments like, "This is actually a pretty good find," and it's like a very plain brown hat. Like it has nothing saying it's like fancy or anything. He's like, honestly, if I didn't barely see these runes here, I wouldn't have even guessed to look at it for anything.
That's pretty cool. I like it. Oh, thank you. I just have one more question for you. It's not about something being identified. I don't know if you're the person to talk to.
He's like, I can either help or find one.
Okay, hold that thought because I need to look in the law for something. Oh god, where's the law chat? Bear with me. Do you know anything about what's happening in Pelican Bay at the moment?
He just kind of, he's like, I know where it is.
We've heard tales. Some kind of wizard folk causing trouble. Does anyone here know anything about it?
He's like, if they do, they haven't told any of us, and the student, well, I'm just one of the students. They maybe are just keeping it up to the higher guard people. Maybe it's one of the cardinals or professors that know. Nothing, they wouldn't have told us if it was super, super dangerous, but I doubt it could be too dangerous. Like, even with, you know, wizards around the place, spellcast, and other arcane users around Hallbear, there's a pretty well monitored system here. If they came through here, we know who they are.
Alright. Okay. Thanks. Would it be worth talking to these people about it? Or would I not get anything out of them?
He's like, you would have to be able to get a meeting with them first, and if they don't know you, they probably won't get a meeting with you.
Oh, I see. Well, my apologies. I'm very new to the area.
It's like, that's understandable. We're a school first, and anything, you know, we have some people who do adventuring from time to time, but mainly we try to just help people learn.
Okay. Oh, I appreciate your time. Thank you very much indeed. And I'll toss him 2 gold.
Okay. He easily just takes it and quickly pockets it away. Just nods and lets you get on your business.
Yeah, I'll head on out and catch up with the gang at the temples.
Okay. It would be by this point probably in the afternoon, getting all this done. Rydel, are you doing any other reading other than what's in the public?
I only have access to the public.
Alright, so like anything else in the public that was mentioned or anything that you can think of that may be there to look for? Or are you just burying your head in reptile books?
Just trying to figure out as much as I can about whatever the hell I saw.
You're the kid at Barnes & Noble who just has all the like zoo books out?
Essentially.
Okay, gotcha. Really, none of the books that you can see, besides those mentioning fey creatures, are half creature, half humanoid, and the fey creatures are like you would know have a decent knowledge about that fey creatures are kind of weird, come from the Feywild, and the only one it seems to have any connection to anything is centaurs, which are known on Hallbear and in the Feywild. Few on Hallbear, very very few, but mainly in the Feywild.
Okay. Were there any books on like demon kind?
None that you could
Or
find.
fiends? Okay. I would have asked
Yep,
at some
and
point.
they tell you that there's none in the public sections.
How would I have gotten access to the other sections then?
You would have I assume it's the same human man that was helping you.
Whoever.
Yeah.
Whoever.
And he's just like, you'd either have to be a high-ranking cleric with us to be allowed back there, or have some special okay from Leona, from their headmistress.
I would go and find her and ask for a way to be granted access.
You go to find her and she is no longer there.
Oh, I would have asked.
Yeah, they like you
Where
kind of
you
look
were.
around for a little bit, and someone asks and who you're looking for, and they say that she left a little while ago.
See. Is there a way to set up a meeting with her?
We can try. Like, just leave your name and number, and
Name and number.
if she leaves, usually she comes back by the end of the night. But if she's gone for more than a couple days, she lets us know ahead of time.
All right, then I will check back this evening.
Not an issue. Are you just going back to the books, or are you leaving, or what are you doing?
Where would I go? What would I do?
Juan, are you doing anything else after you're just doing this potion making all day, correct?
I have to take all day to do it,
Gotcha.
so...
Wanted to make sure
yeah.
you still were on that.
Rydel will go exploring the town, looking at people watching, figuring out how people live.
Okay, I would say
he's
you
given
would
up
bump
the
into
box after,
Arandur
like-
coming to meet you guys as you're kind of getting ready to head out.
After like reading for 6 hours, he's given
Yeah.
up on everything. He's just gonna go people watch.
Yeah, you would bump into Arandur as you're kind of coming out of the temple district, so you two would be like here.
Right there. Oh.
Okay.
Did you find what you were looking for?
Not even a little. Nor did they let me check on the kobolds.
Might be for the best. The kobolds, not the other thing. That's not good. I'm sorry to hear that.
For now, I'll do a different kind of studying. Where are you headed?
Oh, I've done pretty much everything I need to at the moment. So I've got a few vague ideas of things I might want made for me, but I need to give it a bit more thought. Had some things looked at with the Arcanum. We got some pretty cool stuff, you know.
Oh, that is good to hear.
Dude, the hat. It's a hat of disguise.
What does it?
It disguises you. It's really cool.
That does sound quite good.
We'll keep it on the down low for right now. Also, I sold that lizard hide because we don't need it.
May I borrow the hat?
What for?
Just as I was just planning on walking around the town.
Oh, I'm just gonna drop the hottest of insight checks.
Okay.
14.
David, you can run that as you feel.
That's literally Rydel's he's genuinely curious about the hat.
Oh, apparently it takes a tuning too. I mean, I'm not gonna use it at the moment, so you know what? Knock yourself out. Just like if you're gonna disguise yourself as something, can you let me know what it is? Just so I know who I'm looking out for.
Sure, I will. I imagine that there is some way to turn it off. When I run into you, I will let you know.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I'll relate. I now know how this hat works, right?
It has been identified.
Yeah. Okay, I'll let Rydel know, and I'll pass it over to him for him to borrow.
Mm-hmm. And nobody saw Rydel ever again.
Time to make a new character.
Yep.
In like 70 episodes time, Rydel will come back.
It's fully decked out.
Hat of disguise, cloak of disguise, clothes of disguise, boots of disguise, gloves of disguise.
Everything disguised.
And armor of invisibility.
And also you're now a wizard.
You can't dispel all of it.
Oh dear. Okay.
So I have the hat of disguise.
Yes.
All right.
Weird question, Carson. Like I genuinely don't know this. If I decide I'm gonna keep my bow in the quiver,
Yeah.
if we get into combat, is it gonna like cost me to have to remove it?
It's just
from
like
the...
pulling out a normal weapon.
Is it? Go.
Okay, cool. So it
'Cause,
won't,
yeah,
it won't...
it says pulling anything out of it. It is just like normal.
Okay, so that'll be fine. It won't cost me anything.
Yeah, you
in
can
terms
draw
of-
any item the quiver contains as if doing so from a regular quiver or scabbard. So
Okay. Oh, can
Okay.
swords go in there?
spears and quarterstaffs,
Okay, no, that's fine.
and then
Javelins,
the javelins, and then crossbow and arrows. And remember, Shroom, keep track. Only 60 arrows, crossbow bolts, anything total can be in there. Not 60
Yeah.
arrows, 60 crossbow bolts.
That's cool. I've
Just to
Okay,
make sure.
yeah.
Just to make sure.
That's
And there were
good to know.
5 in there when you found it.
yeah, 5. There were 5
Crossbow,
arrows.
5 arrows,
2
2 bolts.
That's cool. Okay, I'm gonna start transferring everything that can be stored in that. Quick. Well, actually, I'm not gonna do it now. I'll do it when we get back. I'll do it when we get back to the room. But when we get back to our sort of inn, I'll be transferring everything into my new quiver.
Okay. What else? Rydel, you're just gonna take a walk around the town?
Since I was described that I had to sort of focus on this thing, I will probably find some alley and do just that.
Okay.
I'm
You
I'm gonna go with him.
okay? You two go and find an alley together, and we'll say you guys go like over here.
Sure.
Uh-huh.
It's close enough to an alley. It takes
Oh,
it takes an hour for attunement. It takes a short rest to attune.
Yep.
And you put it on, and what are you gonna disguise yourself as?
In that case, at this point, I'll transfer everything to the quiver.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm going to put on the hat, and I'm going to imagine the human version of Leo that he showed me the first day I met him.
Okay. Arandur, you're looking at Rydel standing there, short little human man.
Uh-huh.
And after he puts the hat on, and you see him close and concentrate for a minute, and you see in front of you now, as it's kind of like anamorphing its way, a short dwarf man
That's
with a
a neat
big red beard, a big red mustache.
I pull out my mirror and look at myself.
You are not what you imagined.
I'm not what I imagined?
No, you are a short dwarf man.
Oh, interesting.
Huh.
This is not what I aimed for. But
That's peculiar.
my eyes are normal, everything's...
Everything, your red beard, 2 green eyes, dressed in kind of like leather armor, looks like.
Huh. See. This is quite impressive.
It's neat, isn't it?
As you kind of like feel yourself, Rydel, you can feel like in parts like it almost kind of goes through like a little bit of the disguise, and you can feel like your own arm, but you can see like it kind of goes through the clothing and the armor a little bit.
This is very... So this is what Roddy and Leo were able to do.
Seems so. I'm not sure the extent to which, I mean, Leo can just do it naturally because, you know, he's like that. Don't know about Roddy.
He can do it naturally as well.
Ah, can he now?
Yes.
Interesting.
He explained this. Can I switch? Can I change myself?
You cast it at will, so
Can I change to look like an elf?
okay. Arandur.
Still keeping red hair.
Yep, Arandur. You see dwarf Rydel focus again, and then you see him grow in size, and then standing in front of you is a blue-scaled dragonborn in heavy plate armor. That's about
I don't
6
change
foot
in
tall.
size. I can only
He's
see
medium
a foot
creature.
taller.
Yeah, I know.
Has he attuned to this?
Yeah.
Okay, there's something not... Nice dragonborn costume.
That was not my goal.
Again?
Interesting.
There is something mighty peculiar about that. Hey, try focusing and turning into that dwarf fella that you
Yes,
were.
I do just that.
Okay. This time, he turns back to the dwarf with the red beard.
Interesting.
Huh.
I will go. I'm going to examine how this works. I'm gonna go run off.
Okay,
He's
good,
like, oh, no.
Okay.
good luck to you.
David,
well-
put in your description.
Okay.
It is a cursed item.
Good.
Oh
good,
my
good, good.
god.
Excellent. I'm a fan. I love cursed
It
items.
can only
I'm
be
glad I got it again.
Yeah. Oh, I'll just let everybody know this, but no one besides Rydel would actually know this, or actually no one would even know this at all. But I'm gonna let David know just for what he's doing. Every time you try to disguise yourself, you roll a d6. On a 6, it works. On anything else, it's a random change.
Okay.
Decided by me.
Sounds good.
I mean, he wanted
Oh,
to
that's
completely
beautiful.
not be himself.
You cannot unattune to it unless you do lesser restoration.
Excellent. I don't want to unattune to it. This is all I ever wanted in my life, just being random
can-
people.
It can still do the taking off to cancel it and look back as yourself, but you just can't fully unattune to it until you do lesser restoration.
Sure.
Amazing.
It's wonderful.
Oh, I'm going to the blacksmith. I've had an idea.
Oh, so everyone just leave me to do my thing. Got it. Cool.
Well,
pretty
I'm
much,
people
you're-
watching.
You are
I'm out of
mixing
this game at
shit.
the moment.
You are Breaking Bad. This fucking, like you're all of this. You're in full on suit, like plastic suit.
Say my name.
Right now, you're the one who knocks. You're
Just
He is-
say under
wait,
his
guys,
like, this is a
I've
lot
got
more
it.
work than I thought it was gonna be. Oh my god. Oh no.
you see one of
got
the
it.
you see one of
he's
the like,
Heisenberg.
clerics walk in the door, and you're just in your underwear for some reason.
I approve, sure.
Thanks.
You're just randomly in tidy whities. But yeah, okay. Arandur, what are you doing? You're
like
walking back in, and still
Yeah,
similar noises. She's like, "Oh, dear, you're just gonna come back every 2 hours? What the hell?"
Seriously, your place gives me so many ideas.
That's good. That's what I do.
I'm going to produce to her the teeth that I have. So
Okay.
I've got 5 giant lizard teeth. I've got 3 dragon teeth. I've got several shark teeth.
You see the giant teeth, or the not giant the giant lizard teeth are
Uh-huh.
dwarfed by the size of the dragon teeth.
That's
Shark
cool.
teeth are somewhere in the middle.
That's cool.
And she kind of looks at him. She's like, "Okay, cool."
Are these able to be turned into
Something.
Pow- powder.
Arrowheads.
Huh?
She says to you, "Powder."
Powder?
Yeah, you crush them up. Got bone powder.
What does that do?
I don't know.
Can they be turned into arrowheads?
She kind of looks at me and she's like, "Maybe these ones," and she pulls out the dragon teeth things. Maybe.
The dragon teeth for arrowheads.
Yeah. She's like, the other two are probably too small to do anything worth. They'll probably just break.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna give her 2 dragon teeth. I want to keep one just for the hell of it. Be like, can you make me some arrows out of these, please?
She's like, "Sure." They're not gonna be very special. They'll just have dragon teeth on them instead of the regular metal.
Oh, they won't do anything cool?
I mean, they're just teeth.
I wondered if dragon teeth might have some kind of property that would make them more useful.
She's like, they'll be sharp, and they'll probably stay sharp for a while, but she's like, I'm uncertain where you're going with this.
I don't know. I kind of like the experimental idea that you're going with here.
Oh, she's like, I can make them into more of those, but it's not because of the teeth. It's just be more arrows.
Ah, no, that's cool. All right, no problem. I'll hold on to them for now then, but I might come back. In fact, as you know me, I'll definitely come back for something.
She's like, well, next time, buy something. She kind of goes back to her workshop.
Fair enough. I love this place. Okay, yeah, that's me pretty much done.
Okay. Rydel, are you doing anything important besides just going
people
back?
watching.
Okay. Make me perception checks.
14.
Okay. It seems like it's a pretty busy morning. From where you're at, like in the kind of the central area.
Isn't it like midday?
Not
like
not
afternoon?
morning. I didn't mean to say morning. It's a pretty busy area. This is like the center trade of the Pine Keep. You see, you're easily enough to see the signs of like 13 and 14. Being like Fleetfoot's Barrow and the Devil's Pocket, a jeweler and a general store.
Mm-hmm.
People going in and out. A bunch of like local vendors just selling like, local product, meats, fruits and cheeses and stuff. It seems like everything normal. You're not too used to what towns are, and so you don't really have anything to put it up to.
Mm-hmm.
It's more busy than Grunghill.
Yeah. Good to know. But yeah, just sort of spend my day looking around, seeing what people do.
There's every about 2 to 3 hours, a Pale Guard pair pass by you.
Okay.
It seems like that's kind of their cycle of. It's always someone different until you get to about how long are you staying.
Till sundown and I get hungry.
Okay. Until sundown, it seems like there's about 3 patrols that went by you.
Okay.
And it's only on the 3rd one do you see like the same pair. And it's a pair of dwarves, and they come up to you. They're like, "Oh well, you're just sitting here all day. We saw you earlier this afternoon."
Just looking.
We're
I'm
kind
new
of
to town.
what? Sorry.
I'm new to town. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, what's your name? I'm like, what?
It's fine. If I need to leave, I will.
Oh, the one puts your hand up. Like, no, I wouldn't. I wasn't meaning that. Sorry, we were just trying to be friendly. Another one of our kind around here. We like to keep each other in mind.
Ah, right. My apologies. I realized that I have a meeting that I must attend. Be well.
Deception check, because he's gonna insta check you now.
17.
Ooh, he's like, well, be on your way. Just kind of gives you a little wave and continues on their patrol. I rolled a 2.
I rolled well.
Yeah, you did. What else are you doing now?
Nothing.
Okay.
More walking around,
Okay.
exploring the town, seeing if there's anybody I recognize.
Exploring the town, it doesn't seem like there's anyone you recognize besides, like you see Frosthand kind of like doing some shopping on her own.
Mm-hmm.
You see a few of the like passing by faces from the Arcanum when you guys were there the first time. But no one from anywhere outside of what you've seen in Pine Keep. Until it gets about evening, like into the, dinner-ish time. Are you gonna head back to the tavern at that point, or?
Yeah, I guess once it starts getting dark, I'll head back to the tavern.
Okay. About around that early evening, Juan.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember if you have to roll for herbalism kits or not.
No, I think it just says 1 day, and I make a potion.
I didn't know if it mattered of which potion it made.
1 potion is 125 gold 1 day. Greater potion is like a work week and 100.
Oh, that's how it does it? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Then yeah, you make from what you can tell, from the smell and like a small taste, not to like actually do any to like drinking of it, a pretty well made potion of healing.
I am never doing this again. It is so long and so arduous, Jesus.
Yeah, you kind of feel like, man, this is a hard thing to do.
This is a new appreciation. These people making potions and people demanding of them. Oh my god.
You as you start to walk out of the temple, you see the same cleric you saw before. She's like, "Oh, it seems like everything goes well. You're a little worried with some of the noises, but
The works on my labor, and I show her the potion of healing.
she's like, well, not bad, not bad. First time."
Very much so.
Like, I can tell, and she like kind of grabs it from you and flips the stopper right side because it was upside down. She's like, it's okay. There you go.
Thank you. Any word on Juniper?
She's like, she's not been back here yet, so unfortunately, I'll let her know though. It's okay.
Okay.
She's like a small pat on the chest. It's okay.
Alright, so I guess I head back to them.
Okay. As Arandur, you were going there right after the blacksmith, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You're arriving by yourself, and the barkeep there, the human female you guys have paid that you guys paid before. You should remember her name if you. She calls you. She's like, wait, you there? Your name was what? Aaron, right?
Arandur.
It is Arandur. You sure?
Yeah, as sure as I can be.
Great. I have something for you. You see her reach under the bar top. And she pulls out a small box, blows some dust off of it, opens up, and she pulls out a 3x5 letter. And she's like, here, this was given to my mother decades ago, and I knew I recognized your name from somewhere. It's addressed to you.
What? It was... What's this woman's name?
You should know. I'm giving you shit. You should know, but it's Era.
Era, it was, eh?
She's like, yeah, of course. She's like handing you the letter.
So, this was given to your mother decades ago?
She's like, yeah, I'm not too sure, really. Mom got, she got a little senile earlier than usual. So parts of her stories were consistent, but some of them were not. Best thing I have is that it was some man that gave it to her. That was the only thing that was always the same. Sometimes it was a halfling, sometimes a dragonborn, sometimes she said it was a fucking bugbear of all things. So she's like, it's a horrible thing for that to happen to a family member, but... And her voice just kind of like trails off for a little bit.
Families sometimes all we've... God, what was your mother's name, if you don't mind my asking?
What's it called? Ari.
Do I recognize that?
A-R-I. Doesn't seem to ring a bell.
Did your mother ever say the name of the person who left the letter?
She's like, unfortunately, no. It might have been part of the senile stuff. She's like, we don't got it kind of like you guys. You guys can age forever. We just kind of,
Oh, that's not wrong. And was this here?
Yeah,
She received a letter
here in town. Right, this very bar top. She taps it, and you see, like, now that you're kind of looking at it and kind of inspecting, the bar top is way older than the bar and than the rest of the bar and the furniture and stuff.
Thank you.
So, of course, do with it as you please. I'm just glad to have finally gotten that out of the back of my head. It's nagging me for the longest time.
Of course. Can I check a look at the box? Is there any, like, seals on it or anything?
No, it looks just like a shoebox type thing.
Plain old box? Okay.
Yeah, it was very dusty. You see that the letter is sealed with wax. There's no imprint on it.
No imprint on it?
No. Just like seemed like someone just pressed it with wax.
Okay, I will take it up to my room. I will lock the shit out of the door, and I will read whatever this thing is.
Okay. It is in Elvish. And I'm going to read it to you. That's what I decided. It starts out just Arandur, just your name.
Am I only going to be taking notes here, or do you have, like...
I would say take your own notes for your ideas from this, but I will send this to you as well.
Okay.
It just says, I don't know when this will get to you, or if it will at all. I told the messenger to take it to the biggest tavern in the nearest city, hoping that it would find your hand. You did tend to stay away from those places, But something tells me that will change in time. I want you to know. I found him. He's alive. He became careless, letting the locals talk, and word has finally gotten to my ears. He's trying to hide his shame, but trust me, it was him that was responsible for, there's a little bit of a break, for Cersei. Not me. I'll be chasing him. If you find my treasures, I'm sure you remember what they are. We'll finally get answers. And at the bottom, you just see the name scrawled in very fine Elvish, Konak.
What?
As you kind of look through in the letter itself, you see a single flattened cherry blossom flower slides out. It's preserved pretty well. And been pressed like in a book. That's where we're gonna end, bitches!
Neat.
Okay.
So,
So,
what are you guys thinking? We found out how arduous it is to make a fucking potion.
Oh my lord. I just literally
century
did
and a
the
half. Alright,
Takes
I'm
a-
gonna stop the recording.
No,
That's
not yet.
Oh, ah!
We gotta do all the outro shit, David. We do this
No!
every fucking time.
No, I will make this mistake every single time till the day I die.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying. This one was kind of a less action-packed thing. Had to resolve a lot of stuff. Get some stuff brewing for going forward. Yeah. You guys got anything?
No, I'm good.
There's a whole
No.
playlist. This will always be added to the playlist like a few days after being published. So you guys can
Like,
catch up there.
comment. Even if you don't like it, comment.
Yeah, comment about...
interact.
Let me know different forms you want Rydel to change into.
Yes.
Let
Absolutely.
me know different forms. Because I will be pulling them out of my ass.
Excellent.
But thank you guys for coming. Hope you guys have a good day. Bye.
Ooh.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.